you think that Luka would make the same run on the Heat as Jimmy Butler has this year?
Easily, not even a question.
Y'all think?
Yes, absolutely. I believe that we can't, put it aside. And, Luka Dončić with this supporting cast would definitely do phenomenal in the playoffs. See, bro, the thing is, Jimmy Butler's playing out of his mind, and obviously, if you want to include this postseason, based on this postseason, Jimmy Butler has been playing like a top 2 NBA player. But, bro, stop giving Jimmy Butler all this credit, talking about a supporting cast like Caleb Martin, Gabe Vincent, and, Max Struess and things like that. Look, I get these aren't the most big-name role players of the NBA, but these guys were on the Miami Heat for the past 2 or 3 years. So, stop that. These are the same players Jimmy Butler's been going to war with for at least the past 2 seasons. And their numbers were the same last season. It's just that Jimmy Butler has stepped up his play. The only thing about the Miami Heat supporting cast that's pretty much changed is the exception of, I guess, Kyle Lowry and Kevin Love. And yes, Jimmy Butler's been playing great, and he's been getting it done on both ends of the floor. And yes, he's obviously their best perimeter defender. So if you want to talk about the defensive side of the basketball, absolutely that might be somewhat of a drastic change, but not too much, because Gabe Vincent and a few other role players on the Miami Heat are solid defenders. But we got to understand is that, bro, you say, Luka Dončić, has a high usage rate. He, will primarily be taking a lot of the shots that these players are making and things like that, and they wouldn't have any games where they have 20-plus points. Well, I would have to definitely disagree with that. If you actually take your time back and look at actually the times where games where Dorian Finney-Smith might have had a good game at the office, or even players like Tim Hardaway have good games. At the end of the day, bro, Luka Dončić is a better player than Jimmy Butler offensively. He's a floor general. He's a facilitator. Whether you want to call it, he's a stat pattern or not, he gets other players involved. And you got to look at the role players around Luka Dončić currently. None of those guys can create plays for themselves. So he has to do a lot of the ball handling. And on top of the fact that, Luka Dončić has never played with a big man of the same caliber of Bam Adebayo. Bro, Bam with Luka, bro, that would definitely be a really good big man that could complement Luka. He's way 10 times better than Dwight Powell. I mean, Dwight Powell is only good for pick and roll. That's it. Bam is good for that. Defensive rebounding, defensive play as a whole. He can guard the paint real good and hold his own offensively. Luka Dončić, I'm not saying that they would beat every team, but Luka Dončić could definitely make a good run with this Miami Heat team, for sure.